Welcome to the International Doofus channel. I am the International Doofus.
Hey.
What do you need, General?
So, while I know that I'm going to piss him off, while I know that I still have a bunch of blood vials that I can sell at the Brotherhood of Steel, I am now going to take a side. I'm going to join the Institute.
Can you take a look at these schematics? A scientist named Virgil said they could get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
Come on, babe.
They kidnapped my baby.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. Now, assuming you could build this thing, what exactly does it do?
The Institute uses teleportation to get in and out. This machine can hijack their signal and send me instead.
Teleportation? For real? Wow. That would explain a lot about how the Institute manages to operate. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix.
Our scouts have found a promising spot for a new settlement. Once you clear it out, set up a radio beacon to let settlers know about it. Before you know it, we'll have a thriving new farm instead of wasteland. We'll take back the Commonwealth, one piece at a time.
Wait. I remember this mission.
I wish I knew what the Institute really wanted up here.
Taking Hangman's Alley. But I was supposed to build it here, though, right? It's weird because I vaguely remember, on the one hand, taking over Hangman's Alley to build this machine. I think I've taken it in order to do it for the railroad, though. Not for them. So maybe these are two separate missions? Because...
Humans all look funny.
Huh.
What's up?
Yeah, okay, I got disoriented because he just gave me a mission that's very similar to the railroad teleportation mission that I've done a couple of years ago.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Wow, what a mess. Looks like encrypted RF transmissions. Okay, so that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Realer than your hair. Or than you, because there's a rumor that Sturgis is a synth. I've never seen it confirmed, it's just like common knowledge. Same with Magnolia. If you know anything about it, you know, you do have a comment section.
It's real. I got it from an ex-Institute scientist.
Seriously? I didn't know you could be an ex-Institute anything and still be breathing. Anyway, the eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah, I'm gonna need some time to study this thing. The handwriting's pretty hard to make out. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform. It'll need some pretty high-grade metals, but it's basically not that different than the lining of a jet engine or something like that.
Good work, Sturgis.
Well, don't thank me yet. I think I got the gist of it, but it's gonna take some time to work out the details of some of the hairier sections.
Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. I'm pretty sure we've got all that at Sanctuary, if you want to build it there. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing.
Keep in mind, I can already see this is gonna take a crazy amount of juice. Like if you had a spare nuclear reactor handy, we could probably use it. And it's going to be big. So find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Okay.
like tools, tossed away without a thought.
So, if I remember correctly, what we need to build is right here. I don't remember if it should be in the center or... So I'll have to go back and forth.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah, ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. At least as much as I can tell. Until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need.
I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work.
Yeah, go all the way over there. And one day I shall go all the way over there as well. That day is today.
Thanks, Sturgis. I'll get right on this.
Good deal.
One thing to keep in mind while you're building this, it all needs to be wired together so all the pieces can talk to each other.
I'll see you over at the building site. Good luck.
Well, anyone who builds settlements and also played this before, it's going to be, I assume, I hope, a bit easier.
Why can't the Institute just leave us alone?
Imagine if it's the first time you ever played it and you never invested like anything when it comes to the, you know, the settlements. Okay. So see, we can build like 34 relay dishes, right? Look how many emitters we can build. Look how many chairs for Mama Murphy. See, we have everything. See, this mission, from the first time that I've done it, from what I remember, I needed to go around and scatter different parts. But here, I already have like a bunch of stuff. So, yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be fine. Look, biometric scanner is very rare, but I collected like 35 of them, which is enough for 35 control consoles. And I gotta tell you, this is a lot sweeter than Hangman's Alley, where the railroad has you build their own thing. I also built one for the, you know, the other faction, the Brotherhood of Steel. This one goes above it, right? Yeah. Oh wait, not enough power. Okay, well, we can fix that, obviously, right? Yeah, you see the water here. It's a lot of water stuff. All of my electricity goes for the water, the water. Wow. So I should build one of those when I can build a lot of those. Okay. Wait a second. Oh. Why can't I build another one, huh? Okay, let's start. Oh, here. Okay, let's build more generators. Yeah, this area looks ugly now, huh? So just how many of them do I need to build right now? Or is it just that I need to hook them up first? Oh, I guess I built too many. Well, anyway, it only means that... Well, never mind. Okay, I guess I need to hook them up instead of building more and more.
Just gotta make sure we've got enough power.
Yeah, I think we do.
This isn't gonna do anything without power.
But didn't I already hook it up? Oh. I think we did it.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Shouldn't we test it first?
I wish we could, but we've only got the one frequency code. There's no way to test it without actually jacking into the Institute signal. And as soon as we do that, we've used our one and only chance. As soon as the Institute figures out what we did, and I gotta believe those brainiacs won't be caught napping twice, that code we've got is useless.
Hear that? They won't be caught napping twice. That's really important in the world that we live in. I know that my comment might be a bit dated, but I have a feeling that if you watch it 10 years after this video is made, it's relevant in the world somehow. People who are attacked will not be caught napping twice.
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens.
So, okay, let's do it. Let's find these...
Whenever you're ready.
Do I need to turn on the radio now? Anyway, let's find these kidnappers. Of course, we already know... If you play this game, you already know who exactly these child kidnappers are.
Okay,
and you already
hold
know...
real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Did you hold on to your butt? Yeah, let's be sneaky because we don't want to be found. Especially if we've done this mission before and we know that it's, useless. And so anyway, as I said, we are going to find out exactly who these child kidnappers are. And of course we'll find out who is the current leader of this child kidnapping ring. And we are not going to do the Minutemen mission because why should we? I've done it before, I'll do it again, but this is an Institute run anyway, so why would I?
Hello.
I mean, the general of the
wondered if
Minutemen
I made you
is
here.
going to...
You're quite resourceful. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
So as I said, the general of the Minutemen is going to be completely aligned with the Institute. So why spy? Why spy when it's the same person leading both corporations, both organizations?
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
I love that speech. I think it was, if you put aside the context for a moment, I think it was a very moving speech, and I think that we've all heard similar speeches from real people throughout our lives, and I always thought that it's a good thing to listen to those speeches, because those speeches are not coming from Father, a fictional character designed to be a complex villain. They come from real people in the real world, and we never know if we're speaking to a good guy or a villain or anything in between. This mission has become very personal for me, and in a future video I will speak more about it.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
I think most of us already know what is going on here. And I have to ask, when you first played it, did you suspect what's about to happen? Did you suspect the thing that we all know about this kid here and everything else about him?
Sean, it's me. I'm your mom.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
We're leaving this place. Together, okay? Okay, Sean?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean. Mommy's here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! She's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
We can shoot him right now.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
And especially right now with no
But
witnesses.
disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
I want answers, asshole. Now!
Under the circumstances, I will forgive your vulgarity, but I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been rewarded. It's good to finally meet you, after all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
I could have died 1,000 times, and of course all of us did, but canonically we survived. It's so stupid, and I know that they'll try to justify it, but you free your only living parent, disoriented in this world, make sure that they go after Kellogg with the belief that they'll finish off Kellogg, and, you know, you send a bunch of synths after them as well. It's a bit of a plot hole, even though they try to solve it with, like, a one-liner.
It's really you. After all this time.
Yes. It's true. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
Hell of a story, but I guess it does make sense.
I'm glad you're willing to accept the truth. It's quite encouraging. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you?
In a manner of speaking, yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean. It's really you.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Well, we already know everything, so, you know. And all of us will do this mission again and again, so should we say no more?
I don't want to hear any more right now.
Very well. The Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
What I love about this game is that from the moment you get out of the pod, you have two missions in mind. No matter how much time has passed, you want to A, destroy the people who did this, and even if it's been 100 years, get their leader and kill him. And the second mission is find and protect your baby. So the twist that your biggest enemy and your child are the same guy now, that's nice. So did you see it coming when you played the game?
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive me. I'd assumed that after everything I'm sure you've seen above ground, you would be more than a bit biased against us. There is much to be done. You'll need time to acclimate yourself, a chance to become acquainted with our procedures.
You know, when I played this game, I never fully bought everything that he says, but I did buy that he believes in it. And even though I do see him as a villain, it makes sense that he believes what he believes.
I'll do whatever it takes. It's worth it.
I am glad to hear that. The Institute is now your home as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities, Dr. Ao in SRB, Dr. Holdren in Bioscience, and finally Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
One day, I intend to do a Brotherhood run all the way. I've done it partially, but then it was erased, long story. and then I'll get to do the whole Dr. Lee arc, but we're not going to do it this time. If you played Fallout 3, you know who Dr. Lee is. If you played Fallout 4, you also know what the deal is. I know that right now I can actually like kill him and walk away and no one's gonna know. Man, this is tugging at my heartstrings. This is I love how it says Sean here and it says father here. This disorientation with the details. This is not Sean, this is not father, this is Sean. This game is really pulling at my heartstrings, and I think this is a good place to stop. This is the International Doofus channel. I am the International Doofus. As always, be well.